When we first built our house, we had Gary install solar system to help power the house. And it did supplement the house, but we were adding a building and we wanted some additional power, but we also wanted a little safety because we live out in the country and wanted some batteries. And so they did such a good job on the first round that we asked Gary to come back and help us with this project. The design process went great. They talked me through all the steps. Their engineer kind of put together a package. And then when we submitted it to the electric company, they had some issues, and the engineer corrected the problem we had with the way it was set up. And it wasn't the engineer's fault. It was the electric company was going to change the way they addressed the extra batteries. And so the engineer came up with an awesome solution. So we basically got exactly what we needed, actually a little less money, and the electric company was happy.
I have to admit that I really felt like those who were working on the project worked with a spirit of excellence. They came out, they were diligent, and ensuring that everything was done according to the original design, that everything fell into alignment. And when there were issues that needed to be fixed, they fixed them right away. In fact, they would often find things that could be upgraded or easily fixed. But I was confident, and that was a big thing. The words I come away from is they were trustworthy, and I were confident that everything was going to work out and done according to what we had really designed for the expansion.
Yeah, they were an incredible crew. We've had a lot of different work crews out here over the years, and this is probably one of the best work crews we've ever had. They were reliable. They communicated well. They always told us what they were doing, what was going on. If we suddenly found an issue or they found an issue, we would talk about it and they would correct it the next day. If there was an alignment issue, they basically took it upon themselves to do the correction. I didn't have to ask them. So it was pretty awesome dealing with these guys. They're an incredible crew. And they cleaned up after themselves, so it was never messy. It was pretty impressive.
And I have to admit, they worked really, really hard. You know, we have some hard ground out here, and they physically work hard. They never complained. And they always took care of everything like it was their own. And but they put in some hard, long hours, and there was never grumbling in this heat. They were diligent, they were focused, and very trustworthy.
Well, I think Renergy is a great company. They did what they said they were going to do. And I like it that whenever there was any issue with anything, they immediately came out at the next reasonable time frame to correct whatever was going on, or at least to analyze what's going on and figure out a solution. So they're a very reliable company. Even before we had this upgrade that we did to our system, if there were issues with the system, I just called Gary, and Gary would have someone out to analyze what was going on and just automatically fix it. And so it's a pretty good company and very reliable.